so we're going to solve this equation, so find your equal sign and dot it. Everybody, what does it have in this problem that we need to notice at the beginning? Something before the negatives.
Oh,
The parentheses. We need to go, oh, we have parentheses. So that means we need to do that distributive property. Everybody say distributive. Distributive. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do that distributive, so I'm gonna take the number in front of the parentheses, my -4, and then I'm gonna take the first term inside of my parentheses. Is that a positive or -20? Positive. And since it has parentheses in between them, does that mean to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? So I'm gonna multiply my two terms. Negative times a positive is a negative, and then 4 times 20, of course, is 80. So when I multiply the -4 with my first term, I get -80. Did the 4 have an X?
Nope.
Did the 20 have an X? So is my -80 gonna have the X? No, because that's not the variable term, that's the constant term. Now, we have another term inside the parentheses, so I'm gonna take the number in front of the parentheses and multiply it by my second term. Make sure you circle the plus or minus sign in front of that term. So I'm gonna take -4, multiply it by positive or negative?
Negative.
Yeah, you have to make sure you bring that sign with it. Negative times a negative is a?
Positive.
4 times, uh-oh. I don't have a number there. Uh-oh, I don't have a number in front of that variable, do I?
No.
So what am I gonna use for it? 1. Remember, anytime you have a variable and that number in front of it, that coefficient is missing, it's technically just an invisible 1. So put your invisible 1 there. So do 4 times 1, which is 4. Now this x, thank you. Since this is positive 4x, am I gonna put plus 4x or minus 4x?
Plus 4.
Bring down my equal sign. Now, do I need to multiply the 436 by the -4? No,
No.
because didn't I just multiply didn't I just distribute this between what's in the parentheses? This is not in the parentheses, so I don't need to multiply it. So I'm gonna just bring down the 436. And what type of equation do I have now? Two-step equation. So we're gonna stop at this point and we'll move on to problem B. So find your equal sign and dot it. Okay, so do we have any parentheses in this problem? No, so we have that, what I call that messy division problem. So this is my division sign. Do I need to get rid of the 5 or do I need to rip the 5 off of the variable? Rip it off. You need to tear that sucker off. And what's the inverse of dividing? So I'm gonna write multiply by 5 up there at the numerator. And since I'm multiplying to rip that off, I have to multiply everything by 5. Thank you for saying everything, by the way. Something times 5 divided by 5, so 5 divided by 5 is 1. So I'm gonna just bring down what's on top of my numerator. And do I actually have to multiply the -5 and the 5, or the -100 and the 5? Yes, because there's nothing over here to cancel out that multiplying by 5. So I'm gonna write down -500. And notice, what do we have now? A two-step equation. So we're going to stop here, because today we're just going to practice this part. Okay. Any questions?